Not too long ago, I was heading towards the Fort of the Damned. I was going to tuck on some people when I noticed the Fort of Fortune was active off in the distance. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Knowing that there are often rowboats at Crook's Hollow, I was lucky enough to find one there. I hopped on and used it to get to the Fort of the Damned unnoticed. I left my rowboat on the opposite side from the dock where it would be harder to find. Swimming around, I noticed that there was not one but two ships doing the Fort of the Damned. They were allianced. One was a Reaper 4 sloop, the other a Gold Hoarder 1 brig. Deducing that the Athena chest would likelier end up on the Reaper, I hopped on the sloop and hid in the canopy. I then waited. Eventually I realized the Gold Hoarder brig might be trouble and that I needed to do something about that. Acting quick, I put a hole in them with the Reaper's cannons. My hope was that the brig would blame the Reapers for sinking and then fight them, or just fuck off and not come back. Either way, I just didn't want them there watching and helping if I had to fight the sloop. Unfortunately, the one person on that brig, that's right, it was a solo brig, died on the fort and came back, respawning in time to save their ship. I waited, took notice that there were two players on the Reaper 4 sloop. Between the three of them, eventually they were able to kill Grey Marrow and to complete the Fort of the Damned. Shortly after the fort was done, I realized the brig was leaving. It was heading up to the Fort of Fortune. And soon after that, the Athena chest was, just as I had predicted, brought onto the Reaper 4 sloop. Shortly after that, they left me alone on the ship with it. I acted quick, grabbed the chest of legends, and split. Made it back to my rowboat, where I rowed back to my ship waiting for me over at Crook's Hollow. I headed to Ancient Spire. On my way there, I decided to look and see if the Reapers were following me or heading to Reapers. They were doing neither. They were heading north. I did a double take when I realized they were heading towards Kraken Watchtower, where that Fort of Fortune was. Just like their allies, the Gold Hoarder. As I turned in the Athena chest, I noticed there was another Athena on the board now, one that had not been there earlier. No time to waste, I had to head to the Fort of Fortune. I left my ship right behind these rocks over here, just north of Daggertooth, a great place to hide a sloop if you're going to be sneaking on to Kraken Watchtower. I then got back in my trusty rowboat and headed over to the Fort of Fortune. As I approached, it was confirmed. It was the same two ships from the Fort of the Damned. The brig had dropped their Gold Hoarder flag and raised an Athena flag. Also, they had changed their ship set, I'm not sure why. But it was the same guy, as I would notice later. This time, I figured the Chest of Legends was much likelier to go onto that Athena than to the Reapers, like it had gone the first time. I hopped onto the Athena and immediately hid in the crow's nest. Before too long, I noticed he had a collection of treasure up near his bowsprit. I figured that was a safer place to hide and would allow me to see any treasure he put down. When the sun came up, I realized how close my rowboat was and how easy that was going to be for them to see later. Once again, between the three of them, it didn't take them too much longer to kill, old Horatio and finish the fort. Once again, like I predicted, the Chest of Legends ended up on the ship I had chosen. And once again, they left me alone with it. This time I didn't take my rowboat. I really thought they might see me if I did that, so I swam the chest all the way to Daggertooth. Catch my Sea of Thieves stream at twitch.tv/CalicoSmack, and I'll see you out there. But you won't see me.